Hello everyone, welcome back to Millie Made It. Today I'll be showing you how to make these beautiful pan-fried potatoes. So we're just going to start here with our pot of boiling water. And we're going to rinse our potatoes and add them to our pot. And these are going to cook for about 25 minutes, but we're going to check them quite often to make sure that they're not overcooked. We want them nice and tender. And we can check this by poking it with a fork, and it should slide right off. So once the potatoes have fully cooked, we're going to take them out and lay them onto our cutting board, and you can chop them to whatever size that you desire. You can cut them smaller, but I like cutting them into bite-sized chunks. Like I said, you can cut it a little bit smaller than this, but this is the size that we like to eat it. You can also cut them into potato rounds. With our extra potatoes, we're actually going to put them to the side because since potatoes take so long to boil, I just like to food prep it and keep those off to the side. We'll put them in the fridge as soon as they cool off. So at this time, we're just going to add a heap of butter to the pan. And don't worry about it being too much butter because our potatoes are going to soak up all of it. So at this time, we're just going to add a little bit of vegetable oil to the pan. And now we've added our potatoes, and I'm just showing you here that I've turned them in the pot and make sure that they're nice and golden and fully covered in the butter. And now, as you can see, the pan got a little dry, so here I'm adding in more vegetable oil. So just add in as much as you like, but I like the extra crispiness on the potatoes, so I like to add that extra vegetable oil. Here I'm just adding in the seasonings. Now you can also use minced garlic, but I don't have any of that at this time, so I'm just going to be using some garlic powder. And I actually ran out of that container, so I went and grabbed some more. Trust me, I keep garlic powder in the house because I just load it up and put it on everything. So in this, I added all of the seasonings that I listed in the beginning of the video, but I'm just adding in the onion powder, the red chili flakes, the parsley flakes, the accent, because I don't like to put salt in my potatoes just because accent is less sodium. So if you can find that brand, great. If not, just use what you have. If you are going to use salt, I would just use preferably sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. The potatoes just going to soak up all of that flavor. With potatoes being so plain, we have to add a lot of seasoning to them to make them very flavorful for these pan-fried potatoes. But if you don't have all these seasonings, that's fine. You could just get away with some seasoning salt and garlic powder, probably red crushed chili flakes if you like a little spice like me. Here I'm just adding a little oil to the pan because now I'm going to add in my frozen chopped bell peppers and onions. And you can add in onions, you can exclude the bell pepper, you can add in fresh onions, fresh bell pepper. You can just use frozen like I am because I was in a rush. So I'm just using my handy dandy pepper blend. And here I'm just showing you that I've mixed in the peppers now. We're waiting for them to crisp up. At this time, if you would like, you can add in a little bit more seasonings. just to your desired taste. I just added in a little bit more garlic and seasoning salt. And here I'm just showing you I've mixed it in, and this is how the potatoes look when they're starting to be done. So now I'm just showing you how I plate the potatoes. I've made some sausages. These are vegetarian sausages because we do not eat beef or pork here. So I've got my vegetarian sausages, some eggs. If you're vegan, you could always use vegan butter for this recipe, or just stick to the vegetable oil. Here, I'm just putting away my extra potatoes for the next time that I want to make my potatoes. It would be much faster because I don't have to wait for the boiling process. I just want to say that my boyfriend want to taste the potatoes before we pray. He don't never taste the food before we pray. How was it, babe?
Too good. Can I eat now?
Yes, you can eat now.
Okay, good.